Hello and welcome to Passion to Success. I am Ihotu Odo. Entrepreneurship functions as the bringing together of the factors of production and the provision of continuing management, as well as risk-bearing. Entrepreneur is not a manager who supervises the production process, carrying out routine activities on the basis of past experience without any exploration of change, but one who risks uncertainty and engages in activities that have not been undertaken before. An entrepreneur is one who makes new combinations in production. Passion to Success continues to bring you inspiring profiles of people who dared to chase their dreams and turn their passions and hobbies into successful careers. On today's episode, we have quite a lot of interesting and inspiring interview lined up for your viewing pleasure. Here are the highlights. We take a journey into the life of an upholsterer who bears her mind on how she started making fancy pillows alongside with her husband, who covers and makes chairs and other furniture.
Mrs. Kelechukwu is an upholsterer. She makes throw pillows and other furnishing design. This business is a joint one, having the husband covering chairs and other furnishing. She makes her throw pillows from the piece of material she gathers. The business has 5 apprentices.
In this our business, we are doing it together. It's me and my husband. We are doing it and it's moving. I'm doing throw pillow. It's small, any pillow, ordinary pillow, any type of pillow. I'm doing it here. You can get many type of pillow, fancy ones. My husband is doing chairs, table, any furniture, forcefully some work. I'm doing it here. Both school furniture and the rest of it.
It started 20 years ago, and Mr. and Mrs. Kelechukwu are happy that the business is thriving. Their biggest achievement is that the business has sustained their family over the years.
Our biggest achievement is that we use it to train our children. We train our children with this business well. Even some, as we are now, our daughter have married, we are grandmother and grandfather here, as we are here. We have our children in high institution. We are using it to train them.
She advises women to get engaged in small startups in order to assist their husbands in providing for the family. Mrs. Kelechukwu wants youth to go for the skills rather than sitting idle.
My advice to youth outside, to those outside that never find something to do, unemployed people, both married women, I want to advise them to come out and find something doing. This like this pillow now, I started it with a small money, by looking for small foam, cutting it pieces, buying small clothes to do them small, 2, 3, hanging them. I will sell them. I will get more from it. That is how I do small time. I come to this stage, and I believe I will still go more than this. We are encouraging people like us to do it as we do it. When you join together as husband and wife, do your business. It will help you. You cannot lack in anything you are doing. If husband doesn't have, you will have in your own. You two of you will join together and do whatever you will do. You will not know that things are hard. That is, everything will be moving forward. the way for your shop, you have to attend your customer well. You have to talk to them in a manner way. Respect them, because when you respect your customer today, tomorrow they will come back again. And the work that you are doing, do it fine. Once they come, it will attract them to buy. Anyhow, any amount you tell them, as far as the work is very neat, they must buy it and call others to come and see where they bought their goods. Then they will come for another day.
Ms. and Mrs. Kenechukwu source their materials from within Abuja. She thinks money is not the major factor hindering the setting up of a business. Rather, the skill should come first before the capital.
This material we use to do this work, we get them all from this Nigeria. Because Nigeria product is very good product. We'll get them here and use it to do a very fine job. Money is challenging, but it's not much challenge like that, because you can get the money, but you cannot do it. Small time, money will finish. But when you have even small, and it's better for you to get small, to start with small, than to find big money to start with. Just start with small money. Money can never disturb you to start any business. Any small money, 1,500, 2,000, you start small something, do it.
A major challenge is the incessant epileptic power supply, which makes cost of production very high.
The challenge that we are having in this our business, especially light. No light. Because without light, we cannot do any work now. Like my husband, who used to use some machine in his own job, no light. That disturbs him to do some certain things. And without light, you cannot make anything very neat and fine. You know, for this furniture, we have light for even cutting wood or even some papering, painting and other things. As light no day, we are using generator, and generator is fuel. We always buy fuel of 1,000 naira every day. Calculate it how much it will cost you. It's much money. So please, I beg Nigerian government to help us.
Mr. and Mrs. Kelechukwu are doing well from their business. Trust, sincerity, and love always expand good business. Like you heard from Mrs. Kelechukwu, she didn't sit and watch her husband do all the job and fend for the family. Instead, she picked up an interest in fancy pillow making from creative and productive thinking, which requires no huge capital to start off. All she does is pick up the remaining pieces from the furniture her husband makes and mend them together. How many of us remember Dolly Parton's coat of many colors? This is what comes to play in Mrs. Kelechukwu's life. Let's go for a short break. We will be right back. Now let's take you to the craft segment where we teach you how to make a necklace bead. Watch and learn. I believe you have learnt the skill from the craft segment. Now you have the knowledge power. Trade it for success. Before we bring you our Entrepreneur of the Week, let's go to the street to hear the views of the public.
Welcome to the public opinion segment. I am Johnson Uyime. Today's question is, between the white-collar job and being self-employed, which do you prefer? And if you were given the sum of 100,000 naira, what business would you invest in? Come along with me as we go seek their opinion about this.
I believe that the white-collar job is for the lazy people, and for the self-employed job is for people who are determined to give their contribution to the economic growth of this nation at all corners. So I believe in self-employed job more than that of white-collar job.
Honestly, I prefer being self-employed.
Okay, why?
Because as you can see, this regime now presently, it has to deal with that side of the issue that I'm talking about. Because when you look at the whole situation now, even at the end of the month, you see people that collected salary complaining this issue, no salary, they have not yet paid us. But if you're doing this white collar job, you see that things is coming your way. No how, bad as it bad, little change will come out of it at the end of the day.
Being self-employed is better.
Okay, why?
Because you have your time for yourself. You can make more money than you can, and if you know what you're doing, then it's best for you.
Everybody will actually prefer the white collar job because private sector is still very important, but the white collar job is preferable to me because I feel it has much of the security every individual will need. So I prefer the white collar job simply.
Welcome back. Prince Emeka Igwekwe started a piece of furniture stool with just 50 naira from the 70 naira that he had with him in the year 2000. Watch our Entrepreneur of the Week share his passion to success.
Prince Emeka Igwekwe started a piece of furniture stool with just 50 naira from the 70 naira that he had with him in the year 2000.
It all started February 14, year 2000 with 70 naira in the street here, in the road where we used to be in the Bacha. My friend happens to have a furniture outlet in that main road there. So that little 70 naira I had, I said, let me start something. And I could be able to do only a stool. Out of the 70 naira, I did a stool with 55 naira. Wow. And that stool was made by one of his furniture guy for me. And on Tuesday, after finishing the furniture, is ready for polishing. But before the polishing, we have to sandpaper it. So I think at that point, I have to come in and partake in sandpapering of the stool. And because I don't have job doing, so I use all my heart, all the muscle in me to do the sandpapering. And finishing the sandpapering, I was lucky enough that they have a bed for a customer to spray. So they helped me to spray both my stool. So I then displayed the stool in the main road. The same day, a customer was passing by. He passed and reversed and saw the stool. He came down. The stool was well finished. So the guy said, he didn't come for to buy stool, that he loved the finishing, and that's why he stopped. So can you join me to Primary Education Board Area 2? I said, well, why not? So I joined him to Primary Education Board Area 2. And that is where it all started.
Prince got an invitation to make a sample of school furniture for Primary Education Board. His passion actually grew when he attended a church service in Abuja for the first time. The sermon was centered around starting small and growing big.
I have passion for this business because of my starting point. I tell you, the word I had in the church that on Sunday, 13th February is what gave me the capital, the confidence and whatever. What was that? The man of God was preaching for the first time being in the church. The man was preaching about starting little. Never you neglect the day of your little beginning. Say there's a blessing in it. No matter whatever you have find to do it and do it very well. Forget who is laughing or who is mocking or who is behind looking or watching. Just focus.
In all of these successes, Emeka still creates time out of his tight schedule to work for God by going for evangelism, winning souls for Christ, and also encouraging the unemployed youth to learn a skill.
I love seeing people doing well. That's why when I see the youth smoking and I will go to them. What are you getting from this smoking? What is this alcohol giving you? We never have any good inspiration in this nonsense. God, let me teach you furniture. And the moment you come, not just furniture, every Monday I will teach you the word. I will teach you the word from the scripture. I will show you the people that have succeeded in hard working through the Bible. Then you too begin to think of tomorrow I will have a better life. This guy started with this, and today is like this. Means I will be.
Businessmen like are risk takers. Prince Emeka shares the most challenging and confronting part of his business when his finished products got burned by arsons.
At a time I have a little challenge, and the challenge was the market. I produce a lot of furniture for primary education board. A lot of furniture then, school furniture, and suddenly we wake up in the morning and they called us that the market was set ablaze by some nuisance and so on, and that set me back anyway.
Prince has this advice for upcoming entrepreneurs.
Be sincere in what you're doing. Be straightforward. Not when somebody say, can you make a bed for me? You say yes. And you agree with him in 1 week and you can't deliver in 1 month. That person will not come back again. He will never come back again. So if you know it is 1 week, if it's 1 month, tell the person 1 month and 2 weeks. So that within that 1 month you can deliver. Because he's sleeping and waking up dreaming his bed is coming, and you fail him. And one customer you lose, you know you are losing more than 10.
Charles Soludo pictured himself becoming a globally respected professor of economics. One of the very best things that happened to the Nigerian financial sector at the turn of the 21st century was the emergence of Professor Charles Soludo as the governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. His appointment was seen by many at the time as one of the best decisions ever taken by Obasanjo's administration. It can only take the genius of Soludo's caliber to have caused more than 80 fragile banks to collapse into 25 strong mega banks with at least a capital base of 25 billion naira each within a year. This cerebral scholar was highly praised as a great reformer during his tenure. Soludo was not born into a privileged family. In fact, he lost his mother at the tender age of 8, and his father was only a forklift driver with Niger Zinc Company in Enugu at the time. He had all the brilliance to be in one of Nigeria's elite schools, but Oga Boys Secondary School was all the family could afford. At age 21, he wrote down his life ambition on a piece of paper, and it reads, "I want to become professor on or before 35." But he made it at 38, not that bad. Soludo was a voracious reader right from his primary school days. Listen to what he says, and I quote, "In fact, while I was in primary school, I don't remember going to bed any time earlier than 11 p.m. because I made it a point of duty that every note I copied must be recited on my way walking to the school the next day. And I felt like I had failed and was going to lose my first position to someone else if I did not." After his secondary school education, he proceeded to University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN, where he graduated with first-class honors in economics, winning the Vice Chancellor's Award. He also won the Best Undergraduate Student Award, the Best Master Student Award, and the Best Graduating PhD Student Award. He said that while he was being adjudged the best in UNN, that he never compared himself with what he saw around him. He compared himself with the global economy because he believed he had all it could take to play in the global league football. After his first degree, Soludo only worked for 5 months in an accounting firm. While on the job, he looked at the great economists of the day who were shaping Nigeria's economy and asked himself one fundamental question: who will replace these people after they would have gone? He thought of nobody but himself, Soludo. With this prophetic insight, he resigned his lucrative job to join the ranks of university teachers who were poorly paid. He was going back to university to realize his dream of becoming a professor. In 1990, at age 29, after his PhD, the then Minister of Budget and Planning, Dr. Shuo Kong, approached him with a fantastic offer to be his special assistant. Against the advice of people to take the job and travel later, he rejected the offer and went to the Brookings Institute in the United States of America as a postdoctoral fellow. He explained that if he had taken the job, he would have become too comfortable working with the Honorable Minister and forget he still needed the tough path to the top. He also needed to get himself better as an economist that could stand on his own anywhere in the world. Did all of these things pay, you may ask? Big yes. From the Brookings Institute, international organizations like World Bank, International Monetary Fund, IMF, United Nations, and Asian Development Bank started demanding for his consulting services. Apart from being a visiting professor at top universities in UK and USA, he realized that as he was getting better in his field as an economist, the demand on his time was also growing. In 2002, when he was invited by President Obasanjo to join his government, he was already earning over $300,000 annually on consultancy alone. That's big. In 2004, he was privileged to address the World Economic Forum at Davos, Switzerland. What a dream come true. It always seems impossible until it is done, Nelson Mandela said. What lesson can we draw from this column? Lesson 1. But this is not just only one lesson is enough. To prepare yourself, you must delay or defer immediate gratification. One of the qualities of great people is that they are future-oriented. They daily take decisions that lead them step by step to their big dreams. For Soludo, the big picture was to become a world-class economist and a professor in his field. He rejected several jobs that would have given him huge income at the time. Though he needed the money, he continued developing himself in order to play in the global league. Your first career goal must be to become a leading expert, the most valuable player, MVP, in your chosen field. Money, you should remember, is what you attract as a result of the person you have become through learning and training. Let me ask you, in the next 10 to 20 years, what will be your own story? This is Toshio Carver, your storyteller, and I look forward to telling your own story. Thanks and bye.
Wow! Everyone wants to be successful, but many focus only on their career, giving no thought, consideration to personal or life success, which is equally very important. Success is about achieving goals, and if you do not have a goal, how can you succeed? You want to be successful? Here are some secrets you need to know. And that's how we round off the package for this week. Until we come your way again next week, keep the passion burning.